All right, guys. Good morning. We'll let some folks file in here, and we'll get going with our update in just a few minutes. Yes, Santa Claus. And the wife likes to swipe that out with Jesus to Santa. It's just I just let her do her thing. All right. Yeah. Good afternoon or good morning, I should say. That's doing that thing for me again when I don't know how many viewers we have. That's frustrating. I like to know the viewership. Whatever. But I see up in so if you guys catch me looking over, it's because I'm watching up there and sharing the screen over here. So, um, nonetheless, good morning. It's just a little bit before 11, quarter till noon here on Saturday. We're getting ready to watch some college football. We're getting ready to enjoy the day and watch the storm move in, the snow move in. For it's snowing for a lot of people across the Ohio Valley, the Midwest right now. Um, and we're going to talk about our next storm system that absolutely has the potential to um, bring much better snow chances here widespread across the area Monday night into Tuesday. In fact, the morning models have really come even closer into agreement now with that potential, with this next system being an all snow event too, which is pretty cool to see, the all snow event suggestion. So we're going to get right into it. We're going to talk about it. For those of you that are kind of looking at forecast updates, um, official maps, video products, stuff being sent out to devices, um, we've been doing that. The QR code to take 40% off of Clarity is on the screen right now. That runs through Monday. And I'm not kidding when I say thousands of people have signed up for this, because these live streams that I am doing for you this way, they're coming to an end, and they will go to the full Clarity platform, which I'm about to show you. We are migrating to that as we go throughout the next couple of days. By the end of business Monday, we'll be migrating to all of our updates over on Clarity. So I want to make sure you get the discount, 40% off, before we get rolling today. All right. So appreciate you all. Thank you so much. Let's get into the forecast here. I'm going to go to a screen share. I'm going to show you current radar, and we'll get going on an analysis today. I see your comments. I will get to them once I'm done with my analysis. So that's the key there. I gotta make sure I can get my forecast in, and then I'll get over and start talking to you about your questions. Okay, so radar as of this morning, a widespread winter storm across multiple states. We have talked about this now really since Monday. We've been talking about it on lives and posts and socials and you name it. You see the dry air issues. We've talked about that for several days. Quite frankly, our team has honestly really nailed this storm overall. I've really done a fantastic job in um, how we've handled the situation with the discrepancies in the models. The videos over on Clarity, the forecasts getting sent out on Clarity have been, bar none, they've been the best. And so I'm really liking how the storm system's evolving. What I'm seeing in the modeling and what I'm seeing coming here over the next 24 hours makes a lot of sense to me. Now, we have winter storm warnings hoisted across a large majority of Indiana, Illinois, Iowa. And again, this is just current radar on Clarity, updates every 2 minutes. With precipitation type. And I told you guys multiple times there'll be dry air issues out ahead of this. If you've been watching it at all, I've said that multiple times. So just keep in mind, shouldn't be a big surprise to you about battling all of these dry air concerns. So let's go forward here. Got over 1,000 of you on Facebook now. Welcome. Good morning to you all. Again, I do want to make sure you guys that are joining understand that we are running our 40% off holiday sale for Clarity, and that our streams like this are going away. All right. We're running these through the end of the holiday sale. If you want to continue to get streams with me on them and talking about stuff, you got to take advantage of the Clarity sale. It's 40% off. It's either $8 a month or $60 a year. It's super cheap. So let's get into this. Again, I just don't want folks to wonder where we've gone in a few weeks if they don't see us. Okay, so we've got this on radar. Let's talk about the future radar, which is available in clarity as well. It goes out to 18 hours, updates in 30-minute increments. All right. And you can see as I take this out here, I'm going to take it to 2 o'clock this afternoon. You can kind of see, look at the laser thin separation along the I-70 corridor. If it is remarkable how much of a sharp cutoff there is here on the data this afternoon with that cutoff line. It's snowing good from Des Moines, Cedar Rapids, Bloomington, Chicago over to South Bend, Fort Wayne. You got a great snow coming down. Take you out to 5 o'clock this evening. Continue to see that. But look at the HRRR here. Look at the warm nose just coming in here like crazy, going north of Crawfordsville into Hamilton County, Anderson, Dayton, Columbus. This is stuff we've talked about all week long with this warm nose. And at first we've had, at least the last couple of days, we were really uncertain about the confidence level in this. And then what we've started to see in the last couple of days is just regaining confidence, which has been nice with getting the model data back into where we have some ability to make a confident forecast. All right. So, but again, this warm nose and bringing this into rain is not surprising me whatsoever. This is 5 o'clock tonight, at least down that far south. Now, for a time, okay, this cuts in on the totals big time around the I-70 corridor. For a time tonight, about 6 to 6:30, we'll start to see this mix in a little bit more with some heavy wet snow. I'm not saying it won't snow around here. All right. I'm going to zoom this in just a little bit and bring you over this way. And you can see by 6:30, 7, 7:30, 8, 8:30, it is snowing along and south of I-70. And so that will allow for some snow to accumulate as the sun does go down and the temperatures hover just at or slightly above freezing around this time. That will allow for some snow to accumulate in this time frame. Okay, there's no doubt about it. That is a possibility. Let me come over here and fix your display here. For some reason, it's cutting some of this off. There we go. My apologies. But no doubt about there will be snow coming down. Here's 8:30. 9, 9:30, 10. And look, the warm nose comes back in at 10:30 to 11. You see it coming back in. The problem with this is you had the warm nose from the high pressure cell to the east ahead of this, which is why you're seeing dry air. It's why you're seeing rain, the warm nose get all the way into Noblesville tonight. The cold comes back in, and you get a 3-hour or 4-hour period of snow before it lifts back north around 11 to 11:30. Okay, as the low strengthens, wraps up, and starts to go north, this is when you'll see that start to transition along the I-70 corridor. Here's midnight, 12:30, 1, 1:30. It's going from Chicago to South Bend to Fort Wayne over towards Mansfield, Ohio, Akron, Youngstown, and that'll be the start of the exit. And back by about 4 o'clock tomorrow morning, majority of this storm is out of here, which, by the way, anybody that has clarity can view this and this future radar, just like I've done this just here, just now. You can zoom in anywhere you want and go out in 30-minute increments, just like I did. Okay, go ahead. And this data updates every hour. It's really, really cool. Let me get a little bit more technical with you. All right, I want to show you what I'm talking about. This is the latest model guidance. Okay, I'm going to zoom out about right here so you can see the entire area. And I want to take you to 5 o'clock. I do have the timestamp up here. And again, this is the warm nose I was talking about. All right, on the left, you can see that again. What I was talking about is you're having an influence from the high and an influence from the low. So you've got a couple of influences of warmer air. You can see the intrusions. There's the warm air intrusion here, the warm air intrusion there from the high and the low, the high east, the low west. All right, now here's the deal. The deal is that's going to cause temperatures by 5 o'clock to hover at or above freezing. Okay, which is why when the snow moves back in, let's say at 7 p.m., you see widespread snow coming through across the I-70 corridor. In the same area I just circled, your temperatures are around 32 to 33. So you're not mega cold. This is a heavy, wet snow without a doubt. Watch this, 8, 9, 10 p.m. We delineate the freezing line by our separation in the color table. from green to blue is where temperatures are either up at, or I'm sorry, below or above freezing. So if you're in the green, your temperatures are above freezing. If you're in the blue, they're below. By 10 o'clock tonight, you still see the snow coming down. There's no question in that. I'm not questioning snow coming from the sky, but I'm saying the model is saying you're 33 to 35 degrees in this area. Okay. So that's the idea behind this is that yes, there will be snow, but it can have a problem with the warm air advection as it comes in relatively quickly. Now, that aside, from Milwaukee, Cedar Rapids, Chicago, South Bend, Fort Wayne, Northwest Ohio, Central Michigan, you're getting a great snow in here. This is all snow. It's a heavy snow. It's wind-driven snow, and it's a heavy, wet snow too, by the way. But this is just a good snow on the north and west side of this low pressure center. All right. As I continue to go forward, you can see how far north those below freezing temperatures go, all the way into Chicago and Michigan. Okay. You're into the upper 30s now, overnight hours tonight into Sunday morning. Where there's snow on the ground, temperatures are crashing into the teens back out to the west. Okay. So again, while we'll have a period tonight of snow, and the biggest confidence spot in the forecast has been here for days, your snow period here, looking at the models, is from 6 p.m. Eastern, let's say 5 to 6 p.m. Eastern, through 10 to 11 p.m. But the problem is the temperatures. You got to look at that temperature map on the right, okay? Because they're not super cold. Now, again, I'm not saying snow cannot accumulate for a time, but I'm saying it will melt overnight. I mean, as the warm air rushes in, you get into the mid and upper 30s, it'll start to melt off. So travel could be treacherous for a little bit, but it will start to melt off. Okay. Now, I'm going to show you the snow accumulation map real quick here on this, just the short term. Again, I want to make sure you guys understand, all right, that we are transitioning towards these types of live coverage streams being behind the Clarity paywall in the Clarity application. So these live streams, everything I'm doing, they are going there. If you want to be able to get access to that and not miss it, you need to take advantage of the holiday sale. It's either $60 for the year or $8 a month. We've had thousands of people do it. Here's why I'm doing it. I'm tired of people on Facebook, Twitter, and X, and YouTube, you name it. I'm tired of people. I'm tired of the rudeness. I'm tired of, I just don't have energy for it anymore. And so Clarity, this multi-million-dollar platform that we've built that you get to see every time I come on here, that's where we're taking those lives to, and that's where we'll be if you want to find us. All right. That's just where we're going. So you'll want to make sure you take advantage of that so you don't miss out on that. Let's take a look at the accumulations for snowfall. All right, I've got the, we're going to go here by about every 2 hours. There's 2 p.m. Okay. Let me turn this off so I'm not covering the screen. There's 3 p.m. That's 4 p.m. Let me come over here and hide this for you. Okay. And again, you can see by 4 o'clock, 4.2 inches of snow up there in Northwest Indiana. All right. 4.5 inches up there in Northern Illinois. Here's 6 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Eastern. All right. This is when the snow is going to try to start accumulating in our low forecast confidence area, which again is right through here. This is the low forecast confidence area. All right. If you're looking at data, okay, 9, 10, 11 p.m. Okay. This is when the majority of any snow risks are going to shut off here across the forecast risk area, the confidence area. Now, let me zoom in a little bit and give you a couple of things. Here's west of Chicago, 10 inches, all right, out through 11 p.m. North central Indiana up through Fort Wayne, Logansport, 10 inches. Fort Wayne, you're getting into 7. Goshen, 8. Up here near Gary, Crown Point, 8 inches of snow. Elkhart, 8. Look at this. Look at the line. Look at the gradient. Kokomo, 5. Lebanon, 2.5. Over towards Crawfordsville, 2.5. Anderson, 1.5. Indy, 1.5. 1.6 out near Anderson. You can see the very sharp cutoff due to the warm air risks. Perhaps an inch in Bloomington for a time. Does it all accumulate? I don't think so. Can it accumulate on cars and roofs? Yes, I think it can. All right. But again, that's the issue here is the warm air. Now that's the HRRR. I'll show you the RRFS, which is a very similar solution. Another short-term high-resolution computer that updates frequently. Very similar. Not a lot of difference here. Okay. A little bit sloppier, but nonetheless has the idea. All right. I just prefer the look here, the HRRR, a little bit better. Okay. Now, again, this is a look at the snowfall totals through 1 a.m. tonight with the storm. And it doesn't include what's already fallen, which is, what's currently on radar right now. It's been snowing out in these places for a time as well. So this is just adding to folks that have already gotten that snow. Okay. So that system departs, and we have to talk about the next system. Before I do that, I am here streaming right now because of a partnership with a trusted local business who I had the privilege of meeting on the golf course. She came up to me and he was like, "I want to sponsor your streams. Let's do it." But it's custom restoration out of Indianapolis, and they're here. We're here because they're paying for us to. Well, we don't want that one. They're paying for us to sponsor the stream to do this for you. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to select my screen. You guys are probably freaking out right now. Let me come over here. It's breaking. But here's the one right here. It's custom restoration here out of Indianapolis. They do fire damage restoration, water damage mitigation, mold remediation, reconstruction, and repair. So check these guys out. Let them know you saw them on Facebook on the BAM page. If you need any of this, frozen pipes, whatever it is, custom restoration here out of Indianapolis. Great folks there to work with. So let's talk about the future storm that's coming. There's another one, by the way. There's another storm coming. And this one has the potential, after this one exits, the one I just talked about. If you're just now joining and you missed, you need to go back and watch the video. Once I end it, you can get an analysis. But let's talk about the next storm. Okay. And again, I just want to tell you, this next storm system, I know I've said this multiple times. I want to make sure I'm very clear on this. All right. This is the last time I'm going to be doing an in-depth storm analysis like this for free on social media. If anything, I'm going to come on while the storm's happening like I just did. That's what I'm going to be doing as we go forward. So I want to make sure you take advantage of the Clarity Home option as you want, if you want to stay updated with these next systems. And I'm telling you, I just personally believe, I've watched a lot of forecasts and a lot of analysis. Our team did the best with this storm. I really do believe that. And I'm not saying that because it's ours. I'm just saying it because I believe it. So I'm going to show you the forecast for this next storm. I just want to make sure you all have the ability to get Clarity Home so you don't miss our updates. But I'm going to show you the morning model run. The one right now, based on the pattern analysis that makes the most sense. If you guys recall, on the last storm, I did this. On the last storm, I said, I'm going to choose the model I think makes the most sense. And remember, the GFS didn't even have it. I want you to remember that. The GFS didn't even have it. Okay? So I'm trying to find a good, there we go. Let's do this one. It didn't even have the storm when I said, hey, I'm picking this model because it makes the most sense. When I did that, I picked the Canadian and the European. All right. And sometimes pattern recognition can allow us to pick the right storms. And that's all I'm doing. It's just a pattern I've seen appear probably 30 times in the last 14 years. When I see it, it makes sense to me. So I say there's going to be another one. Monday night. Here's Monday, 5 p.m. There's 7 p.m. There's 8, 9, that's 10. Okay. Breaking out snow. And here's what's cool about this storm. Notice it never brings a precip type issue north of the Ohio River. If you're south of the Ohio River, yep, there's going to be a little bit of a problem. You're going to have icing probably. I think as we trend closer to this storm, I think some of our other models trend up in snow. I think this is someone's getting 6 inches or more snow out of this personally. Whether that's across the I-70 corridor or just a little northwest or a little southeast of it, I don't know yet. But I do personally believe this is going to be a good storm. Monday night into Tuesday morning of this week, 66 hours out, Tuesday morning, December 2nd, I think snow is going to be coming down at a good clip. Okay. And possibly strengthening as it gets into the north and east, by the way. Okay. I think as it gets into the north and east, it has the ability as it goes up the East Coast to be a good storm. Okay. So again, Monday night, Tuesday, models coming into an agreement generally of a storm here for there to be accumulating snow. Let me show you the multiple different weather model outputs right now for this storm. This is the UK Met, the United Kingdom weather model for this next storm, Monday night into Tuesday. All right. Here is the Canadian weather model, the high-res Canadian. That's a 2 to 5 incher with isolated 6 inches amounts or higher there across central, south central Ohio. Okay. Here is the NAM model. Well, it's pretty aggressive. Okay. Multiple 6-inch plus reports. The NAM did not do so hot with this storm. I don't think it was one you really want to put all your eggs in that basket, but yeah, nonetheless, there's the icon, close. German icon model. Okay. A swath of 3 to 6 inches of snow, essentially. Here's the GFS. And I want you to note something. The GFS and the European are similar with their wave separation issues. And I think it's because they're having a little bit of an issue with the Western US trough right now. And I think the Canadian products, the German products are handling it better right now, personally. We'll see. Nonetheless, we've got a risk for a swath of accumulating snow, 3 to 6 inches across the area here, Monday night into Tuesday. And we will continue to certainly keep you posted through the end of our holiday sale before I shut down these live feeds, these live free feeds. These will go to Clarity behind the paywall, and you'll get them there. All right. And again, real quick, that is, if you have Clarity, guys, and you go over to your location, the way I'm sending that to you on your application, you go to the home screen, you go to the chat button, and that's where you're getting those live updates. You click on the link right there. I mean, it's awesome. There's a nowcast out right now that was sent to all devices, and it's telling you the arrival of snow. Okay. If you have Clarity and you're in this location, you got this nowcast sent to your device. All right. You cannot beat it. There's nothing else that does this. There's nothing else that does the weather like that we do it. So take advantage of the home sale. It's 40% off right now. There's the QR code. Go to the links. The link to sign up is in the comments. Go and check it out. And this is just an awesome product. If you wanted to take it a step further and go to the pro account, we're going to tell you what's on the pavement and if you need to treat the pavement or not. There's all kinds of additional context and information in there, well beyond what you guys would see anywhere else. So take advantage of that sale. With that said, I'm going to come over here to the comments. I haven't looked at any of them. I have no idea what any of you are saying. And I'm going to look at what you've got. So let's take a look at some comments here. Concerned about an energy transfer issue, Dustin says, yeah, I think that could be possible. I think there could be some energy transfer issues for sure. I think, really there always is in these situations, right? Especially when you have a storm like this. I'm glad I'm not the only one that wants this. I don't know what you want, but let's see. I don't know. Is there an app that sends alerts or a website? How does it work? It's an app that you download called Clarity Weather. Glad I signed up for Clarity. Will not be disappointed. Say hello to the big guy. Hello, the big guy. Welcome to Clarity. I love this comment. I don't know what it means necessarily, but not this one. Sorry, this one. Keeps popping up. You guys are. I wanted to show this comment. Mike Daly says, "Glad I signed up for Clarity. Will not be disappointed. Say hello to the big guy. Hello, how are you?" That's funny. Made me laugh. You guys are the best. I signed up for Clarity yesterday, and it's awesome. Thank you. Can you please say again when it's going to start in the Indy area? Probably around 6 p.m. or so. There may be some snow prior to that, light stuff, but that 6 to 10 p.m. window is a good time. I have 5 weather apps because I have trust issues, but I trust you guys. Jump on all your lives and signing up today. Thank you, Angela. I appreciate that. We're going to be happy to have you. I hope I can get you to delete the 4 other ones or the 5 other ones, whatever they are, and just tune in with us. Just signed up. Chorus said, thank you so much. I don't have the ability to scan QR codes. Please send a link. There should be a link in the comments here, but if someone from my team is in here, they will send you the link. No problem. Jamie Adams says, I got snow in Greencastle now. All right. Beautiful. Monday night, probably, 5 to 10 p.m. is the idea right now. Oh yeah, Santa Claus. Yeah, there he is right there. Thank you, Pat Kelly. Always appreciate you, sir. If you do monthly, just cancel at any time. Sure. Signed up yesterday. Thank you. Thank you. What does mid to late December look like? Andy, great question. I think it looks good. I think it's a good pattern, late month, honestly. I think it ends up being a pattern, especially mid to late December, that's conducive or supportive for continued chances of storms. I'm going to pull up something real quick right here and just show you the height anomaly. But this is all the way out, and this is a good pattern, if you ask me. It doesn't really get a whole lot better. Mike, 10 years ago, I signed up with you. You gave me the first great impression. You do awesome work. Thank you so much, Paul. It's very, very kind of you. I love the nice comments. Going to sign up for Clarity now. Let's go. Clickable link. Scan the QR code, streaming on my phone. Yep, we'll get the link in there. I'm going to send it right here. So it can go to YouTube too. It's so hard to... There you go. There's the link. Will we have a white Christmas? I think it's possible. You can upgrade if you want. Tammy, I'm sorry, just email us. Signed up with you guys last year in Illinois. You guys have been closer than local meteorologists. I'm just south of Champaign. Thank you, Kevin. Appreciate you so much. It's coming down pretty good in Clay County. It's snowing lightly in northern Brown County. Let's go over here to Clarity real quick and see what we got on radar. Yeah, a little bit of a mess there, but you got to love these dry air concerns and these warm air bubbles here locally. They're just a big old pain in the butt. You can go back and watch, guys. You'll go back and watch the live here. There'll be plenty. Again, just claritywx.com/sign up. The links are here. The totals you showed, is that after what has already fallen or total? I'm not sure what you mean, Andy. Today or for the next storm? Sorry, I lose my bet today. Go Bucks. All right, let's go. Let's go. I got to get off here and watch the game. So, appreciate you, Paul. We do have our customer service is incredible. We don't play around with that. We try really hard to have the best customer service there is. So, you guys come and join with us. You won't be disappointed. I'm coming up on 30 minutes. Make sure you take advantage of the sale, because the client lives are going to be epic. They're going to be fun. Last night we had some fun. We're going to be keeping you posted, even more in depth, more detailed analysis than we've ever done. And they come right to your device if the area you're going to is being talked about. So thank you all so much for watching today. Share it with a friend. If you missed what you wanted to hear about the forecast, just go back and check it out.